As a security analyst, you'll need to be familiar both with databases and the tools used to access them. Now that we know the basics of databases, let's focus on an important tool used to work with them, SQL, and learn more about how analysts like yourself might utilize it. SQL, or as it's also pronounced, SQL, stands for Structured Query Language. SQL is a programming language used to create, interact with, and request information from a database. Before learning more about SQL, we need to define what query means. A query is a request for data from a database table or a combination of tables. Nearly all relational databases rely on some version of SQL to query data. The different versions of SQL only have slight differences in their structure, like where to place quotation marks. Whatever variety of SQL you use, you'll find it to be a very important tool in your work as a security analyst. First, let's discuss how SQL can help you retrieve logs. A log is a record of events that occur within an organization's systems. As a security analyst, you might be tasked with reviewing logs for various reasons. For example, some logs might contain details on machines used in a company, and as an analyst, you would need to find those machines that weren't configured properly. Other logs might describe the visitors to your website or web app and the tasks they perform. In that case, you might be looking for unusual patterns that may point to malicious activity. Security logs are often very large and hard to process. There are millions of data points, and it's very time-consuming to find what you need. But this is where SQL comes in. It can search through millions of data points to extract relevant rows of data using one query that takes seconds to run. That's pretty useful, right? SQL is also a very common language used for basic data analytics, another set of skills that will set you apart as a security analyst. As a security analyst, you can use SQL's filtering to find data to support security-related decisions and analyze when things may go wrong. For instance, you can identify what machines haven't received the latest patch. This is important because patches are updates that help secure against attacks. As another example, you can use SQL to determine the best time to update a machine based on when it's least used. Now that we know why SQL is important to us, we're going to start making basic queries to a sample database. This is definitely exciting, and I'll meet you in the next video.